right, you guys, one guess. What is it? What is it? What is it? Comments down below. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you guys have watched the channel for any amount of time, you would know that my favorite day is delivery day, and that is today. I've been missing a car like this since I sold my last one, and I've bought a car on the channel that I thought would fill the void, but it was missing something special. And you guys are gonna see that in a second, because it looks like the truck is here. So let's go find him, and let's go see the new car. Another E92 coupe is in the fleet. Let's get this thing unloaded and let me show you guys more. Alright, you guys, here she is. I love it already. I love it already. Let's take a look at the inside. Looks pretty clean. Aluminum trim. This is awesome. 110,000 miles on her. This is awesome. We warm up, lock up the office, and let's take this thing home. I'm so pretty excited to drive this car. All right, I couldn't resist. I need to hear how the exhaust sounds and let this thing warm up. Let's put it in gear. Let's see how this thing sounds. It sounds crazy. You need to figure out what. Got the G80 right there. Honestly, I was gonna take that home tonight, but once I heard the exhaust on this thing, I knew we had to reminisce and roast through some gears. And I don't know, she might be a keeper. I need to have one of these cars in my life. I am super excited to take this thing home. I have literally regretted selling my E92 coupe since the day it got on the truck to go to Miami. I didn't think I wasn't gonna be able to find one, but it took me forever, and I finally found one that was worth the deal. You're still a good car, you're still a good car, but you are going inside tonight. Good night. Good night, G80. You are staying home. Time to drive this thing. All right, you guys, so you've got some warning lights up there, but for nothing really out of the ordinary. That's just fog light, that is seatbelt, obviously low tire, and then the passenger restraining system, which literally let me get this out, every single E9X I've had from this era, aside from the last couple M3s, all my 328s, 330s, they all had the same thing. I never figured it out, but with this car, I'm definitely gonna figure out what it takes to get rid of that. It's some kind of seatbelt sensor, nonsense, or something, or whatever. Occupancy sensor. So either way, figure that out and get this thing light free. Obviously tomorrow we're gonna start working on it, going over all the stuff, but I'm gonna drive this downtown right now, and let's go get an exhaust clip, because this thing sounds like it's gonna be gnarly, and I have no idea what it is. I never even asked, but I guess let's just hear for ourselves.
Oh, damn, got some sand in the back. Oh no, where's it from?
Pennsylvania. Interesting. Alright, you guys, so it is the next day, and we do have the E92 right here, and we're gonna start getting going on it. I ordered some parts for it, got a steering wheel, have another spoiler we're gonna put on it, we're gonna clean it up a bit, and we've got our beloved seat guy doll coming in to fix up some of the worn items. So let's pop it inside real quick, wash it up, and get this thing nicely detailed. Alrighty, as you guys can see, if you look down here, it is pretty dirty all around. It's got the OEM broomstick shift knob, which is pretty cool. ZHP would be nice, but honestly, this one looks good, and I actually like them. It's got this aftermarket thing right here, e-brake handle. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I'll maybe get that replaced, and then obviously the steering wheel I'm not a fan of at all, and it's worn, so I've got a new one on the way. I might try peeling this cover off just to see how it looks underneath in the meantime, but I've got a new one coming in with all of the new trim and stuff like that, so that'll be good. And then over here, we'll put up some shots so you guys can see. This is pretty common. This is kind of just wearing out. So Dahl's gonna come over and take care of that, and then freshen up the seats wherever they need. So I didn't really inquire much about details on the car when I saw it come up, because I really just wanted a manual coupe at a good price point and with a clean title, obviously. So all those check the boxes. The throttle actuators have been done. It's been, the oil's been analyzed multiple times by Blackstone, and it's all good. And what's good about the 08s is that you can actually detect the copper in the bearings. The later models have the rod bearing issue, and you can't. So forgive me if that information is not exactly correct, but the 08s are a little bit more trackable, for lack of a better explanation. It's got some different lights on the dash, the passenger restraint system, which is super common in these cars, I'm going to try to fix. And we've got TPMS lights on and some seatbelt things on. So I'm thinking the passenger restraint system issue is something to do with the seatbelt like sensors or whatever, just letting you know whether or not they are plugged in. But either way, we're gonna figure that out. Haven't gotten started on the car at all, so I'm excited to do that. We're gonna leave it outside while they work on the seats, and I will show you guys exactly what we're gonna fix. So as you guys can probably hear, this car does have an aftermarket exhaust. It sounds really good, honestly. What's weird about this exhaust versus the E93 exhaust is that is an X-pipe, and it sounds really loud when you get on it, so at higher RPMs, but it's not loud at low RPMs. This exhaust is exactly opposite. It's really loud at low RPMs, and it doesn't get much louder when you get on it. So I'll show you guys underneath. I don't know exactly the deal. Oh, okay. So the whole entire exhaust is gone. I guess that solves that. So literally, you normally would not have an absolute straight pipe. So that's interesting. Kind of cool, honestly. It'd be kind of cool to have this paired up with that X pipe too, because that'd be like a full straight pipe, but probably would be pretty obnoxious. So let's get going on this. This is what we're gonna fix right now. As you can see, this is pretty worn and obviously dirty. So we're gonna get all this stuff taken care of. And then the bolster's actually really nice, but there's some stuff from kind of like key scratches or whatever. So we're gonna fix these seats and kind of re-dye this bolster and stuff like that. So get full view, and then if you go back here, you'll see this bolster is pretty nice, but might as well just freshen these up while we can. Mats are nice. Obviously the car is dirty, so gonna be going over whole thing, doing a full detail. Actually, we'll probably fix this stuff up too. And yeah, we should be looking pretty good once we're done here. I'm really excited, but I didn't want to clean it without filming it and showing you guys. So there's that. And then the only other thing that really needs to get fixed is this obnoxious spoiler. It's not horrible. I'm sure some people like them. I'm just not those people. I've got a much more subtle one back here, as you guys can see. Out of focus, you guys can't see it, but it's right there. It's inside. There's Oliver. What's up, Oliver?
Hello, guys.
And then up here, you guys can see, these are painted really horribly. So with like touch-up paint. So these are gonna come off. Either gonna strip the paint off of them or just get new ones for like $100 or whatever. And then I'm gonna put these grills back to black at some point if it's worth the time. Other than that, full detail. And then we'll get going on fixing the actual issues this car has, maybe modding it a little bit and making it nice. So with that being said, let's get into it. This looks like shit, but this will be a practice just to show you the skills level of Dahl. No, I'm just saying, if you fucking shoot some black on this, it's possible.
Did you try getting this shit off?
I think that, this I'm still trying to get off. Yeah, I have, like I said, I have the new one. I just want to show people before and after.
off these wheels, get them refinished.
We're taking these wheels over to Crown. Got a flat on the Audi today, so I decided we're gonna powder coat these black. It's got a really nasty bend, but hopefully they can help fix that. As you can see, these are all horrible. So we're gonna drop these off and get these looking nice and fresh, and the Audi will be looking good. Alright you guys, as you can see, it all works as magic, and these seats are looking super fresh. This looks incredible as well, literally like new, this whole area. And then the passenger seat looks great as well. Honestly didn't need too much, but everything that was done, including some scratches back there, look great. And then even the steering wheel, it was kind of just a test for us just to see. Looks honestly passable. Obviously I'm gonna replace it. But this looks good enough, especially for now, for being a 2008. Stuff like that's not gonna really go away, but I'll trim up these little frayed edges, start cleaning this thing, get a nice detail, and I'll show you guys the full interior once it's done. All right, you guys, so we got the car inside. It is still filthy from when it came here, and definitely wasn't washed, so we're gonna get to that and do another quick little look inside of the interior. You can see it looks super fresh. This passenger seat, I mean, not that these were really in bad shape, but I mean, especially getting cleaned down and dyed in all the areas, it gives that nice brand new look to them. So I'm excited about that. But obviously on top of that, it's gonna be a thorough cleaning. This thing is really dirty on the inside, but once that's all done, we should be really looking good. So let's start with taking off that rear spoiler, because I'm gonna have to make a mess back there anyways. And then we'll see what we need to do to install the rear one. Obviously just 3M lining it up, but we'll get that going, and then we'll slowly bring this thing together. So let's do a quick little montage and get going. That Bondo scraper wasn't working well, either this or fishing line, but obviously gotta get some higher strength stuff. Should do the trick for now. Ooh. Oh. Wrong car? No, it's not right. What car did I? Let me see.
From 4.
Go ahead. So, I don't know what car I bought this for, but it's not for this one. Maybe it's E90 has a longer trunk or something, but I guess it is what it is. We'll clean this up and I'll just order the right one. Guys, as you can see, Oliver and I, what's up Oliver? Went ham on this thing. Seats are looking great. Mats are super fresh. Swapped out the e-brake. That looks really nice and OEM. Blew out everything and also vacuumed everything, wiped everything down. Didn't really need to steam anything at the moment, so it didn't. This is all in really nice condition. This car is actually really nice. It's got extended leather too. It's really coming together nicely. As you guys can see, steering wheel looks great. It's definitely passable, and it's way better than the wrap, and it's way better than how it looked when we took it off. So not bad there. And then everything is looking fresh. This car is actually drivable now, seemingly. Before it was a little bit too dirty. Got the wheels cleaned up with tire shine. It is gonna rain here, so we didn't go too hard on the wheels, but we'll go even more in depth. Grills on, looking nice and fresh and OEM. This thing starting to look like a stunner. All we need is that rear spoiler, and then maybe something for the front. Potentially we'll see some splitters or something, but this thing looks really good. I like the clean stock look. I've got one of these coming in painted. I think it'll deliver today. So that I'm gonna just 3M back on, and it'll fit the whole look. I don't know where that went, but guys, this thing is coming together nicely. Maybe we'll do some LED taillights on the back, the LCI ones. Those look really good. But yeah, this thing's looking perfect. All right, you guys, so she's finally wrapped up, looking good. I'm gonna order a couple new parts for it. These reflectors, obviously that antenna's coming in. Fix up little things here and there, but this car is really nice and it's an awesome driver. So in the next video, we're gonna go take it for a drive and some other stuff so you guys can really get in depth with this car. But honestly, I love the E92 M3 with the stick shift and the exhaust. It's honestly fantastic. And like you guys saw in the other video, the DCT is a little bit underwhelming in my personal opinion. Both good cars, it's a nice cruiser, but I'm trying to drive spiritedly in something that not, you know, G80 style, where I have a little bit more fun with because I don't have to worry about driving such an expensive car. This is an awesome, awesome car. Not the color I would want, but it's not that bad, and we'll make it work. We'll make it work for sure. But guys, as always, like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you did not. Subscribe would mean the absolute world to me. You can follow me on Instagram at Kyle Soulcar for all my personal stuff and at Soulcar Media for all the behind the scenes and business stuff, guys. I'm really excited to bring another car to the channel. We've got more on the way, and I'm really excited to bring you guys kind of the revamping and reconditioning process and anything else that we do. So with that being said, guys, thank you so very much once again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Thank you.